Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sorry I'm running a few minutes late here, as I often am, and really you should just all be used to it at this point. Let's get everything started here, and welcome back! The return of Coffee Cam. Yes, I got myself a new webcam. I still haven't quite figured out all the settings and brightness and whatnot. But Poxitive M, Tim, welcome, welcome, welcome. Michelle, welcome. Buzzkill, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I do remember that time that Portia body shamed a monkey. It was very, very bad of her, and there's Portia right now. So yes, Coffee Cam is back, thanks to a brand new webcam. Again, I haven't quite fidgeted with the brightness settings and whatnot. That's as good as I could get it in a very, very short period of time. So we've killed a bunch of people. Alicia, welcome, welcome. We've murdered so many people. Martin, Sarincha, welcome. There's so many corpses. There's so many corpses. You're right, it's not broccoli. I actually have. Poxitive, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad we're opening today's RimWorld with broccoli. So I actually have broccoli downstairs on my kitchen counter that I harvested this morning. And I thought I could put broccoli on the spinny thing with a new webcam and actually do live broccoli. But then I didn't. Then I just put Coffee Cam back up. So I'm glad we're opening with broccoli. We do have a couple of issues here. The number one thing is we are in version 1.6 now. So M, what did you miss? Well, we've murdered many, 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 many people. That's your big takeaway from today. Or really from last weekend. Also, Baby One is ready to become a knight, which is very, very exciting. We're going to do that ceremony pretty soon. And also, we are in version 1.6 now. So, obviously, the big news is I am indeed a prophet of RimWorld, and I've been saying it's about time for new RimWorld DLC. And what have we got? We've got Odyssey. So this is version 1.6 that we are on right now. I have only to date found one new thing. Hopefully, we'll find some more today. I'd love it if we found some more new stuff. But the one thing that I have found, because I've been recording the regular series on the channel like yesterday, so there is, it's not as exciting as you might like it to be. But there is, in fact, a bonsai. Wait, where's my bonsai thing? There's supposed to be a bonsai thing here. There's supposed to be a bonsai thing right here. Well, this is not 1.6. Dang it, never mind. Forget everything I said except for the part where we murdered a bunch of people, because we totally did that. Wilbur's about to crash out because Wilbur is really, really, really addicted to drugs and would like to do drugs, and we don't actually have any drugs right now. Well, not the kind that Wilbur wants, anyway. I've got drugs. I mean, I'm not saying I don't have drugs. I've got drugs. You need drugs, I got drugs. In RimWorld, not in the real world. I probably have Tylenol or something like that, maybe an aspirin. Hang on, coffee in my face. But we don't have any Psychite stuff, which is what Wilbur wants. We un-16, no. I should have actually checked this before I came in. So I recorded the Sanguiphage yesterday. That is definitely on 1.6 because we had bonsai trees. Architectic offering opportunity. Okay, yeah, we'll probably go ahead and do something along those lines. I'm sure people would be into that sort of thing. What time is it? Is everyone like in bed? Oh, I gotta check in on the malaria, too. Hang on, before we do anything, I've gotta check in on the malaria, because I know this is really important. One of these guys, I think it's Polly, is a little bit on the line here. Yeah, 45.6 to 46. Can 10 now. Hang on, slam it into pause mode. Who's my best doctor? I will wake up any of my best doctors. Murder or Wilbur? Well, Wilbur's kind of off doing a thing right now. So, go... No. Go, yeah, 10 to Polly, like, immediately. Tim, I'm glad you like Coffee Cam. Coffee Cam started a long time ago. That was another idea from a viewer. Much like live broccoli. That's how Coffee Cam came about. But yeah, it was going for ages, and then... it's not actually a 3D coffee cup. It's actually a coffee cup. It's like a real coffee cup. Like, I could pick it up and put it back down again. I won't, because I'm not going to put it exactly on the same spot, and then it'll sort of be off, and it'll kind of make me nuts. Good idea. Let's check in on Duck. How's Duck doing? I think everyone else was basically okay. 33 to 40, pretty good. And Villa is 50 to 37. Okay, Villa's going to be fine. There we go. Coffee in my face. Yeah, no, Spinny Mug is back. Spinny Mug is back. I'm fairly sure the bonsai was an ideology. Really? Really? I've never seen it before. I'd never seen that before. Huh. Well, color me surprised. That would be a shade of purple, I think. I think purple. So we're gonna, yeah, go deal with Polly like wicked quickly. because that's happening. I've never seen that bonsai thing before, and I'm shockingly good at a small number of things in the world. One of them is one of these things is not like the other. So when I opened up the build page here, I immediately saw everything was out of order, which meant something new was in there. And right next to plant pot was bonsai. Now we have ideology, but there ain't no bonsai here going on here. We have all the DLC, obviously, except for Odyssey, and there was no bonsai. When I opened it up in Sanguiphage, I could see it was one off. Everything was one off from where it should be. And then I found the bonsai thing. So I want to say you're right, because I like to please people. But I don't think that was ideology, because I've never seen it before yesterday. Copenhagen is hell. Wait, why are we talking about Copenhagen? Is that an important thing? Is Copenhagen important? I mean, probably to the people who live in Copenhagen. There's an Aurora. Cool. Yeah, make that go away. Thank you. Extreme break risk is Wilbur, because Wilbur would really like the correct drugs. Naked Bakery was awesome, Tim. You are very right about that. Not wrong at all. Naked Bakery was fantastic. I love that series. That was really good. Mostly because I was just a way for me to put naked people on YouTube, because they're all blurry in that. Okay. How Polly's just getting treated right now. I was going to ask how is Polly. We're doing the treat. Wow, Murder, you're really slow on that. Aren't you a decent doctor? You get a medical of 6, kid. Just slap some antibiotics in there and go ahead and do that. All right, so how did that work out? Because I'm mildly concerned about Polly. 49 to 50.2. Okay, it's going to be a tight race. Wait, did Duck just get up? Oh, Duck's on a tear. The kid's going... What? You're like 2. You're 8. All right, I take it back. You're not 2, you're 8. You do know how to insult people. That's fair. You do know how to insult people. So Duck's going around insulting people. That's going to make everyone sad. What I need out of the next couple of weeks, I'm going to say, because I think they said about a month or so before Odyssey will be released. What I need is to make this colony incredibly stable, because my goal is just to roll Odyssey into this. You have bonsais in RimWorld. I think mine's from a mod. Huh. I'd never seen that bonsai before. Anyway, back to Odyssey, because that's what we're all excited about, and by all, I mean me. So my goal is to roll this into Odyssey and not have to start over. I have put possibly more effort into this colony than I did into... Okay, yes, I will do the night ceremony. Relax, game. I didn't need 2 pop-ups on that. I will get it done when I get it done. Okay? The kid's like 7 or something. 5. It's a 5-year-old. 5-year-olds have no concept of time. He doesn't know when he's going to be a knight. I got all sorts of drugs down here and not one bit of... Wait, I do have psychite stuff. Okay, Wilbur, do you want to just go... Hang on, there's pods. Everything is popping off here, as the kids say these days. Everything is just popping off. Artuos, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're at Disney World, so you can't stay long. Maybe go wait for a ride. That'll take you like 3-4 hours right there. I gotta check on my pods here. Their pods have shown up. Oh, it's from Combs. Oh, everybody stop. Everybody stop. Whatever you're doing is not as important as what you're reading on this screen right now. Whatever you are doing. I don't care if you're delivering a baby right now. Leave the baby there. It'll figure itself out. Whatever if you're delivering a baby, just say, look, lady, I gotta check for a sec. Hang on. Whatever you are doing right now is not as important as what you are reading on this screen at this moment. Okay, I know you're 7 seconds behind me, so you're just now getting caught up on how important this is. Maybe you were delivering a baby. I don't know. But whatever you are doing at home right now is nowhere near as important as what is on that screen right now. I'm going to drink some coffee, and I'm going to leave you guys to read that. Okay? I'm going to leave you to read that. Hang on. Coffee. Buzzkill's up to speed. See, Buzzkill's up to speed. Buzzkill can read pretty quick. Yep, Buzzkill, very quick, efficient reader. Obviously, a high reading level there. Portia's just getting on board, okay? Took time out from delivering a baby and is back on board. So, yeah, nothing that you're doing I don't care what you're doing. I really don't. It's not as important as what is on this screen right now. Right now. Tim, well, let's go there, shall we? There, I've made it a little bit bigger. In 7 seconds, it will be a little bit bigger. In 7 seconds, it'll be a little bit bigger. I could just say that for 7 seconds, and then the thing will pop up, and you're like, oh, I can read that a little better. Thank you, Dave. You're right. That was very, very small print, Tim. You're right. I have a hard time reading things that are small. Mrs. Dave can tell you that. And many a time, I've had to look at something and go, can you read this to me? I can't read this. Okay, so let's just cut to the chase here. Alicia can't take time out of delivering. I assume you're all delivering babies at this point. Don't be rude to us. I will not. I'm going to read it to you. Because it's very simple. It just says Resurrector Mech Serum. That's all. All the other words are irrelevant. All the other words, nobody cares about the other words. I don't care about Combs. I don't care about the words 14 days ago. I just care about the words Resurrector Mech Serum. Okay, Alicia, you can be forgiven for not reading because you're doped up right now. I get that. Most of my colony is too. So I totally get that. I get that. So you're just off in La La Land. So Resurrector Mech Serum is the only thing you need to know about that. So knowing that I have a problem with my finger on the trigger and I misclick things, let's jump to the location. There it is. There it is right there. I have been waiting. Well, let's find out how long I've been waiting. I have been waiting 3.3 game years for this. 3.3 game years. I have been wow, I can take Chibi's skull out. I have been waiting 3.3 years for this to land on my doorstep. And here it is. Here it is. So, let's just calm down, okay? Put the baby away that you were delivering. I don't know, a suitcase or something. Let's calm down for a moment, okay? Okay. We got other things that also need to happen here. Let's make sure that we put this somewhere where I know where it is. So I know I've got shelves designated for this anyway, but I'm going to make another one. How do you spell Resurrector? There we go. Resurrector Mech Serum. Critical. Okay? That's part A. That's part A. You know what, Portia? You ain't wrong on that. You ain't wrong on that. Okay? Portia has an excellent idea. Okay? Now, let's also remember to actually save the right save file. Okay, there we go. Saved as we eat people backup. Okay. You know what, Portia? Good shout on that. Good shout. Save that before I do something stupid and misclick something. Now, that's part A of the plan. Part 2 of the plan, because I like to go alphabetical and then numerical, I think it's fun. Baby 1, what are you doing right now? You're eating something. Is there anyone local who could just go... Wilbur, you hate things. Why don't you just go, please, haul the Resurrector Mech Serum? I want to know where it is at all times. Okay? I'm just gonna see it come down to the shelf here. Okay? And there's Dee Dee coming in to supervise things. I think the bot and Dee Dee are... Whoa. Oh, Wilbur's gone off on a Psychite binge. Fair. You know what? You got it to the door, kid. That's pretty good. You got it over to the door. Wushak's doing something with something. Toblerone, you're making drugs, and Duck is learning from you. No, he's insulting you. Oh, Duck is insulting Toblerone, who is currently making drugs. You just can't make drugs. Boy, you suck at making drugs. That's the worst drugs I've ever seen anyone make. Is this your first day making drugs? What kind of narcotics are these? Nobody's going to want to buy these. You are terrible. That's what I feel is going on right now. Toblerone, you like things. Could you please go haul the Resurrector Mech Serum? Okay? There we go. Okay, it's on a shelf now. I know where it is. It's here on this shelf. Okay? I would like to get... you got an idea for that broccoli. Lemon pepper seasoning. I'm actually accumulating it, Tim. Great idea. Crimson, welcome. Hang on. Everybody has gone insane. All right, Polly's in a daze, which is bad because Polly needs to stay in bed. Okay, it's going to be... Oh, all right, this is not good. What was your problem? You were insulted by an 8-year-old. Really? Just go, shut up, kid. That usually works. That works on kids, right? They love that kind of thing. So, Tim, I love your idea about broccoli. I'm very excited by it. We are accumulating broccoli. In fact, Mrs. Dave is on strict orders to not use any of the vegetables that I'm growing. I'm accumulating them and freezing them because I want to see how many I can get. Okay, I want to see, like, by the end of the growing season, how many vegetables did I accumulate? So right now I've got 2 bits of broccoli. They're going in a freezer bag later, along with a bunch of strawberries, a bunch of kale and spinach, a whole assorted hot peppers is going in there. All that's going to happen. Wilbur's on a binge. Okay, and we could still do that ceremony too. Why do I have 2 night ceremonies? Who cares? You know what? That's an irrelevant concept right now. We need to shoot for stability because I want to roll this into Odyssey. So this colony needs to be, like, bolted together properly. And right now, this is not a good start. So Wilbur's off, Polly's off, Duck is off, and Murder's about to go off. Like, what is your problem these days? You have malaria. Yeah, that's a problem. Why are you not on stay in bed? Murder, you should be on stay in bed. I appreciate you're getting pulsating demon juice out of the demon, but maybe, like, we don't need that right now. How old are the kids now? So baby 1 is 5 and Duck is 8 because Duck spent years, well, not years, but spent time in the advanced growing tube. So Duck, even though being born after baby 1, is now older than baby 1. Okay. Dave is a farmer in games in real life. I am. My Mrs. Dave calls me Farmer Dave now. It's a choice that she makes. Yeah, I'm accumulating the vegetables. We're actually not allowed to eat them. Okay. I gave Mrs. Dave a strawberry yesterday, and that's about the best I'm going to do. I said, you can have this strawberry, and she said, thank you. And then she ate the strawberry. It was quite good. So she said. Spike Little Girl, welcome to a very, very exciting time here in RimWorld. 3 people have gone off their rocker. Murder is about to go off their rocker. We are butchering countless people. I don't even know how many people we've murdered. But more importantly, we have a Resurrector Mech Serum. Okay, we have a Resurrector Mech Serum. Thank you, hon. I appreciate that. It's a choice you make to say that. And by the way, you're welcome for the strawberry. Actually, you already said thank you, so you don't really need to do that again. Yeah, we're accumulating vegetables. I have 2 pieces of broccoli now, hon. 2 stalks, if you will, of broccoli. So here's what I'm doing. I have 4 broccoli plants out there now. I'm using 2 of them to harvest, and the other 2 are going to be basically control groups to see how broccoli grows, because I've never grown broccoli before, so I want to see what happens. So I basically ripped broccoli off of one. I didn't rip it. I actually cut it very carefully with a knife on a slant, so because you don't want the water to pool up on the stalk. It'll rot it. And then the other 2 are going to be temporary control groups unless they look like they're going to bloom, in which case they are getting harvested. I have things to do here. Okay. I feel I should do the ceremony first, but I'd love it for people to not be all insane before they did. Okay? I would love it. And also, could we maybe fix the door? Do we not have any wood? Okay, let's start from fundamentals. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself with the Resurrector Mech Serum. Okay? Where is everyone? Okay, see, everyone is in unrestricted except for baby 1 who's in the home zone. Neat. Cool. Awesome. Could we get... We have earmarked trees for demolition. Are the mechs... The mechs are in the home zone... and the Agrahand can't get to the trees. That's part of the problem. So I'm going to temporarily put the Agrahand in unrestricted. Okay, that is one thing that I have done today. Apart from the broccoli thing, which was very, very exciting. There's 2 stalks of broccoli down there. They're immediately going to go into a freezer bag, and we're not allowed to use them until the growing season is over. I want to see how much broccoli I can get. Probably not very much out of 4 plants. I think I'm grossly overestimating how much broccoli is going to happen. But there's further broccoli growing beneath the broccoli that I harvested, so I'm very encouraged by that. It's a very, very exciting time in Dave's life in regards to broccoli. There's a fire. Okay, that's a regular fire. That's a fire we can broadly ignore. Villa's on it, but we didn't really need to deal with that. Who is starving? Duck is starving because Duck is still insulting people. Okay, now he's no longer on an insulting spree. Now he's actually going to go get something to eat. And we're butchering all of those people. We're just butchering... With so many corpses. I'm not even sure I can find Chibi in here. Is that Chibi? I found Chibi. Okay, she's this one. She won't get butchered. Don't worry. We're making food out of human meat. That's awesome. How many people are left that are insane? Wilbur and Polly. Okay, Wilbur still binging on Psychite. How big is the broccoli? Well, good news for you, Tim. I am not a broccoli expert, but Google is. So I did the whole Google Lens thing on it, and I specifically asked, is this ready to harvest? And Google said yes. Google said it seems to be about 4 to 8 inches, which is your harvesting thing. So it said, yeah, you could probably go ahead and harvest that. It didn't say it in such a colloquial manner. It just said yes, basically. And then there was a whole bunch of information about broccoli, including the don't let it go to flower, because then it's not going to taste good anymore. So I'm keeping an eye on it and, looking for like yellowing. Yellowing basically means it's going to start flowering soon. Green, still good to go. Okay. So I'm glad, again, Tim, I'm really glad you're keeping up on the broccoli issue, because I might forget to tell you people about broccoli. Okay, hang on. Great. Wilbur, the goal of today was, in fact, stability in preparation for the new DLC. And what you did here, kid, is you OD'd on drugs. All right? Now, that may be somewhat stable for you, but not so much for me. How do I get rid of the stupid heart on my chat box? I don't know about the heart one. I know how you get off the leaderboard thing. So it might be in the same area, Alicia. So you go to your account, and then you go to settings, and then you go to privacy. It might be in there. It definitely can get you off the leaderboard. It seems like you've already done that, though. Okay, murder is having terrifying hallucinations. That sounds appropriate. It seems like the sort of thing you should be having. Okay, so close that one. Wilbur has overdosed. Neat. So I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3 people who are completely insane, an 8-year-old who's about to go insane again. I got a dead kid I can actually resurrect. I have a lot going on today, kids. Hang on, coffee in my face. Oh, there you go. M's got it for you. Okay, Wilbur, I assume you're going to fall down, right? Are you falling down? What were you running from? Oh, Murder is just running from herself. Yeah, Murder's just off on a trip. Yes, you are having terrifying hallucinations. You're right. Wilbur's throwing up in the corner. That's actually probably a pretty valid response to overdose. I think they actually encourage that. And just while I happen to be looking at it, I see there is not a steel tile under that, so I'm just going to fix that. Thank you. I probably have enough money to do this floor in the nice tiles. Blue ribbon cam when Dave wins one. We have a Tim, I'm glad you asked that. Tim's asking all the important questions today. Tim is up on asking important questions, and that's really what we need to do here as a team. We need to ask important questions of me, because I am a genius and I can answer those questions. So, Tim, I'm glad you asked that question. We actually have a fairly famous not state fair, but a local fair where farming goods are, sort of shown off. We went there last year. We looked at cows and other barnyard animals. There was like chickens and stuff, and well, basically anything, goats, sheep. If you can see it in a barnyard, it was probably at the fair. But it's quite a famous local fair that happens in the fall, and they have things for that. My father-in-law won something. Actually, he won a prize that last year. So yes, we have that, and I will be on that. It might take a while, Tim. My broccoli is woefully inadequate right now. As I'm sure if Portia saw it, she would shame it. Like, that broccoli is woefully too small. Why is your broccoli so small? Is probably what Portia would say. Shaming my broccoli, and then I'd sort of just like, oh, my broccoli sucks. I guess I'll give up on broccoli because Portia shamed it. So I will not show off a picture of the current broccoli that I have, but again, I'm not wanting to be shamed for it. But certainly in the future that could be a thing. Did the demon disco ball kill the small monkey? Yes. Absolutely. You know what? Again, asking good questions. And that's an easy one to answer because the answer is yes. That's a hard yes on that. Speaking of killing people, how many... Oh, we've got a lot of butchering done. We've butchered a lot of corpses. Okay, can we just get an insanity check again? Polly's still insane. Murder and Wilbur still insane. I kind of like people to be less insane before I do the ceremony, just because I want people to show up. I'll show up. You're gonna have this big party, and you want everyone there and people not being insane. Well, Portia, you made fun of the monkey. I'm just saying, made fun of the monkey. Um, why are you being? I know, hun. I'm being broccoli shamed. I am for the size of my broccoli. Murphy, welcome. I'm being shamed for the size of my broccoli. It's just what I do. I open myself up to the public like this and become a public figure. Hang on, somebody's fallen over. That would be murder. Okay, cool. First of all, allow your gun, because you actually have a pretty good gun. What is it the malaria? Yeah, it's extreme malaria. Okay, cool. We're gonna, Tim, you can't see me pointing at you in chat right now, but I assure you I am. We're gonna need to come back to broccoli, because I actually have to be a genius for a bit. Okay, Wilbur. Good news, you're no longer insane. And you're actually a good doctor. So could you please rescue murder? All right, what else is going on? Medical emergency is also murder. Okay. And then medical treatment needed is whom? Polly. Okay, Polly. No, Polly. How's the malaria these days, kid? Yeah, I need, okay, I'm actually kind of concerned about Polly. I can't. Well, I can lose Polly. Polly's actually not that important. Villa. Polly, how's your doctorizing? Is it any good? Oh, God, no, it's terrible. No, you're like literally the worst doctor. You have a 2. Wishak's a 2. Baby 1. No, not so much. How about Duck? No, not at all. Villa? Okay, Villa. I hesitate to get you out of bed. However, how is your malaria? Your malaria is fine. Okay, great. Could you please... No, get up. No, Villa. Don't make me draft you. Okay, and then could you please... What is going... Okay, no, I don't want you to rest until healed. Polly. Oh, Polly's insane. That's the problem. Polly's insane. Oh, Polly, you're gonna die now. Because you're too crazy to go to bed and get treated for your malaria. Oh, this one's on you, kid. I can't help you there. Okay, let's focus on murder then, as indeed we do around the colony. Sorry I got you out of bed, Villa, but, go grab a snack or something. Yeah, okay, hang on. No, wait, Polly was in, Polly was out. Okay, she was in bed, she was out of bed. Okay, she's gonna go wander around. If you wanted to pop into bed, perfect. Stay there. Okay, now, tend to Polly, Villa. Just stay in bed. Nope, Polly's out. Okay. Polly, I really need you to stay in bed. Are you gonna stay in bed? Nope, you're out again. Okay, cool. Murder's here, though. That's fun. Wilbur, could you treat murder, please? Could you tend to murder? And I should probably check in on Duck, Disappointment Duck. How's your malaria? Ooh, yeah. Yeah. That's not great. Okay. There might be a 5th iteration of this colony at this point. And by that, I mean we'll bring back the old favorites. Okay, Polly's in bed. Polly, are you... Yeah, you're still insane. You're still insane. That's the problem there, is you're still insane. Malaria is extreme. All right, I think we'll squeak through on murder. Duck is not looking good. And we can't tend that for a while. We just tended that. And then Villa... Villa's going to be fine, like, in seconds. Villa's going to be fine in seconds. Can't we knock out Polly? Buzzkill, I'm glad you're bringing exciting ideas to the table. Okay? This is what a team meeting is all about, Buzzkill. You are blue skying. You're whiteboarding. You're creating synergy here. You're creating synergy. You're just synergizing all over the place. Like rain in the ocean. You're just synergizing all over the place. That's an exciting idea. That's a very... Mark, welcome. That's a very exciting idea that you've synergized with your whiteboard and your blue skying there. Can we just knock her out? And just force her to get medical treatment? Let's find out. Who's local? That isn't either insane or in bed with malaria. Wooshak. Yeah, you're kind of just doing things right now. Sorry about taking your lung out, kid. I will give you another one. It might be your own. Yeah, try to arrest Polly. This is fun. I'm going to force Polly to get medical treatment. Okay, we've done that. So pop her in here. Thank you. And then you can go off draft. Now, Villa, you're basically fine with malaria these days. You're feeding a prisoner. Maybe we treat Polly instead. Okay? Maybe we do that first. And then you can do that. Okay? And also, we allow this. We can have that. Thank you. Duck, why are you up? Why are you up right now? Don't be up. 81 and 80. Really kind of need you to chill, kid. Okay, I'll send... Is it food? Is that your problem? No, you're fine, man. Don't go anywhere. Just literally stay right there. Forever. Okay, hang on. Coffee in my face. That's a great question. When are we getting Chibi back? Because you're looking at that Resurrector Mech Serum, and you're saying, Dave, you've waited 3.3 game years for this. I have a lot going on right now. I think we need to get through the malaria issue and figure out how many colonists will be left alive. Also, who's on wardening? Are prisoners being fed and watered and that kind of thing? No. I mean, Villa was literally about to feed that person, and I kind of pulled her off task, if you will. Wilbur, you could do stuff like that, right? Why don't you feed one of these people? You feed that person, and then baby one, what are you... You're cleaning blood. Great idea, kid. Could you maybe just feed this person? We'll never do wardening. Are you allowed to do wardening at 5? That's probably a terrible idea, but I'm going to check. No, you can't. Only from age 10 up. Okay, well, we're just going to have to feed one prisoner at a time. That's how this is going to go down. Wilbur's getting some food. Wooshak, could you feed the other prisoner? No, don't strip anyone. That's a terrible idea. That's not going to help at all. That's no help with malaria. Speaking of which, Polly, now that we've forced you here, your extreme malaria, 91, yeah, we're probably going to lose Polly. We're probably... Now, we did have a good 10 quality on that, 85% 10 quality. Let me just check in on Duck and Murder. That's the best phrase I've said today. And I've been up since 5. 81.3 at 81. It's going to be a close call on Duck. Really? It took me a long time to grow that baby. Murder, how's your malaria? I'd actually love it if you didn't die. 98.2 to 96. Okay, looking good on Murder. See, Alicia's got the right idea. Alicia's whiteboarding all over the place. We don't want Chibi to wake up after 3.3 years into a colony full of complete strangers, I might add. She's met none of these people. And then immediately get malaria. Okay, and then die again of malaria. And then I gotta put her back in the freezer. Okay, we've got the Resurrector Mech Serum. Okay, Mission A accomplished. Plan 2, let's just get everything somewhat stabilized in that nobody is insane or dying or off their rocker or... How are the ducks these days? I don't check in on the ducks enough because they're largely self-sufficient animals. Oh, speaking of which, Extreme Break Risk, that'll be Murder again. Murder, what's your problem? Apart from the fact that you're about to go play the harpsichord. Is it like your death knell? Is it like your last concert? How's your health, kid? Okay, Murder, immune. Murder, check her off the box. How about you? How are you doing, kid? 84, 85. Dang, this is a close race. Dang, this is a close race. You want someone to make Chibi a leg? I have a leg. I've been holding a leg for her for like 3 years. There's a bionic leg right here, ready for the kid. At any moment. And by any moment, again, I think we can all agree with me that we need to stabilize here. We need a period of stability. Polly, how close to death are you? 93, 90. Yeah, we're going to lose Polly. We're definitely going to lose. And I'm eating Polly. Polly is not good enough to not eat. Okay, won't Chibi's legs grow back when she's resurrected? It's entirely possible, but I can just chop it off, Alicia. I've had that bionic leg reserved for her. I got people who need legs, Alicia. People need legs in this colony. And I have been holding on to that bionic leg. So if her leg grows back, I'm chopping it right off again. That'll be task number 1. Okay, task number 1, just chop the kid's leg off. I have a one-legged, dead 13-year-old drug addict in my freezer. And when I'm done with her, she's going to be perfect. Polly will die, though. Have we fed the prisoners? Let's address that. Okay, food and food. Okay, we have fed the prisoners. You know what? I know about the night ceremony. Thank you. We'll deal with that when the occasion pops up. So, Murder's going to go play some harpsichord to kind of chill for a bit. That's probably a sensible idea. Right now, I just need... Okay, I'm going to check. This is moment by moment. So check on Duck again, 86 to 85. We can tend in 2 hours. Polly, ooh, 94 to 92, and we can tend in 7 hours. She might be dead in 7 hours. Likely going to be dead in 7 hours. Okay. Wow, you're right. Murder can make tentacles. Hey, Murder, is your ability up? Nope. 3.5 days on that. 3.5 days. Lizzie, Buzzkill, all good ideas. But we just did that on the prisoner, Vevin here. So Vevin, you might notice, has a flesh tentacle. So I guess Murder can only pop those out, not so much on the regular, as the kids say these days. So that's on a quite significant timeout. Is there anything else I could be doing? I know I don't have any sort of like healer mech serum. No, just the resurrector mech serum. I've got a spare ovum. Should I maybe grab something from her before she dies? It's probably a good idea. There we go. Okay, well, we're just going to have to wait for Polly to die. And this one, we'll probably bury her. I feel we might bury her. Goat 1 is pregnant. Goat 1 is pregnant. How many people can be in the settlement at once? I don't know if there's a cap. What can your computer handle, I guess is the answer to that question. I've filled the top of the screen. So I've had so many colonists that the icons had to shrink to keep them all in one line at the top of the screen. It was well over 30, I think. It was between 30 and 40 colonists that I've had. So I know there was one run when I had like a zillion colonists, and then I got a huge refugee quest, and all the icons shrank to keep it in one line up there. So I don't know the cap. I have no idea the cap. I guess what can your computer handle before it just fries itself? It could be 100. Boy, the icons would be super tiny for that. Yeah, I think you'll find him as a connoisseur of my RimWorld, which is really what you are. That and broccoli. I think you'll find that I go for more rather than less, because we see people like Polly just get selfish and die of malaria, which is a perfectly curable disease. Do you know how many people I know in the real world who have died of malaria? None. Oh, she might make it. She got it. Oh my God, was that down to the wire? Holy moly, Polly, that was down to the wire. Duck, are you still... How's your malaria? 91, 94. Okay. All right. Duck, goose. He had over 200 colonists. There might not even be a cap. It might just be how many can you do before your computer just bursts into flames. Although I did notice in 1.6 they did another update to performance update. So perhaps even more now. How small were the icons? They were pretty small. For 200, they must have been microscopic. It is really, Buzzkill, when you throw around hashtag Geniusosity, which I appreciate you doing, really getting that one trending, thinking about making a mug out of it, or maybe a t-shirt, not sure. I think I need a t-shirt that says hashtag Geniusosity. So I was thinking about that. So obviously it'll say hashtag Geniusosity. And then either on the front or the back, I thought it might say, good news, I'm a genius. But I'm not sold on that. It might just say hashtag Geniusosity, because that's more data. That's more just like people looking at you going, what? Which is kind of what I try to do in my day-to-day life. I just want people going, what? When I do things. So a t-shirt that just said hashtag Geniusosity would be far more Dadaist than a t-shirt that said hashtag Geniusosity, good news, I'm a genius. Okay, who is still having a medical emergency? Duck. Okay, Duck, if Polly got over it, you can get over it. You can get over it, okay? All right, 96, 99. You know what? I'm just going to sit here and let this tick by, because this will be a point of stability that I need right now. And boom, the kid is immune. Okay. To my knowledge, we have dealt with all the malaria. All the malaria lives here now. Okay, it's gone away. It's just, we've done it. Could we seriously fix that door? That's kind of bugging me. Could I do it out of something else, maybe, like stone blocks? I wonder if I delete the door, would that negate the prison? Polly, why are you outside the prison? You're technically still a prisoner. Actually, while you're a prisoner, you don't believe in our stuff, do you? Hang on. I've had another genius idea. My God, I'm a genius. While you're a prisoner, let's convert you. Why are you not a prisoner anymore? No, I meant Polly. There we go. I'm such a genius. while you're here, let's convert you. It's way easier to do it when they're a prisoner. Way easier. Okay. If I cancel that blueprint, I think it might, or it will be a prison, but like the whole thing's going to be a prison. Could we just get literally anyone to chop down a tree or two? Baby one, you hate things. Go chop down a tree. You don't do plant cutting. Of course you don't. Why would you? You go chop down this tree. And then murder. You seem to be back to normal. Actually, you're hauling the waste packs. That's a really smart idea. Duck, you're 8. Can you chop trees down? No, not at all. Okay, you're saying you're not assigned to it. Would you like to be? Because I can make that happen, kid. Yeah, you can do all of these things. Yeah, get to work around here, kid. Okay, so Duck, go chop that tree down. All right, and that'll give me the wood I need to finish my door around here. So, the back of the shirt say I can fix this. I was thinking either good news, I'm a genius, or even more arrogantly, good news for you, I'm a genius. I'm not sold either way, but it'll definitely be hashtag geniusosity. I think just a mug that said hashtag geniusosity. The crown's back. Tried turning it off, but it didn't work. It should. I don't know why it isn't. Again, it's kind of a part of YouTube that I don't see. So I don't like know what you guys are looking at there. There we go. Okay, Polly, you need to go back in the prison. We have to put you back in the prison. Wait, who got converted? Toblerone converted Wilbur. Oh, that was nice of you. Do you share our religion? Yeah. Oh, cool. Good job, Toblerone. I didn't even know that you were doing things like that. Neat. Could you work on somebody else, like maybe Polly here? Yeah, go convert Polly. Your things are up and running. Okay, and could we maybe put Polly back in the prison? Could we... Yeah, take her to bed. Yeah, take her to bed. And by bed, I mean prison. I'm sorry you're a prisoner, but you just can't be trusted by yourself, Polly. My broccoli is a famous streamer. I like that one. Hang on, copy. I can fix this, Alicia. I can fix everything. Look, I've fixed all of this. I said we would be stable, and now we are stable. Also, we could probably turn on the coolers for everyone, so refuel those. I really don't think I need to turn on the potato field. I think, wow, we have so much human meat. And we're still butchering people. The butchering continues. You know what's not continuing? Any degree of resetting the traps. Boy, that's not a thing that's happening, is it? Should I maybe cancel that and do it out of wood instead? My short answer is yes, until I find a more reliable source of steel. Okay, everybody hold everybody's thoughts like a baby. Cancel all of those. We're just going to temporarily do these out of wood just so I have something. I have some security in here. Because right now, people are just going to walk in the door and, like, totally not get murdered and not butchered and skinned and eaten. And that ain't no good. Nobody wants that. Okay, I know I left one there. So cancel that. And then do this. So is my ag... Yeah, okay, everybody's out chopping trees now. Good. Wow, Duck, you suck at that. It's because you have a skill of 0. Okay, yes, no, buzzkill. Chibi is the... Okay, that's part 2 of plan C. Okay? The next thing is doing baby ceremony. My God, I'm down to one message. Colonist left unburied. Well, I'll tell you what, the colonist that's left unburied is about to be realived. Okay, so... Let's get baby ceremony done. Baby one's night ceremony. Yep, accept that. Thank you very much. The royals will come in. Murder's in here, getting high and then having a snack. Good order of operations there. And then Wilbur's going to come in, jam out on some harpsichord action. And here comes the royals. So baby one will now be a 5-year-old knight. Excuse me, 6-year-old knight. She's going to be a 6-year-old knight. And, okay, do this. Begin the bestowing ceremony. Yeah, everybody just kind of pile in for bestowing. There's some red-hot bestowing going on right now. Okay, bestowing ceremony has begun. And it's... Yeah, I know, the kid's 6. What do you want? That happens in the royal family all the time. I'm sure there's been 6-year-old knights before, probably. Okay. Oh, wow, we have so much human meat. So much human meat. What is that? Why do I have... Oh, I must have taken that off someone. Yeah, it's worn by a corpse. So, yeah, we took that off of somebody. How's your gig going down here, kid? Okay, Knight 10. So baby 1 is a knight. All right, and you're going to require some slightly better clothing. That's fine. I can make that happen. And then we did an honorable ceremony. That'll cheer people up. More importantly, permit choice. Wow, we're at the bottom of the barrel here, aren't we? Trooper squad. That's just disposable heroes right there. Disposable heroes. Baby 1, what do you want for clothing? Wow, you're happy. It's because you're a knight. So, actually, no, you're fine. It's probably because you have a beret. I think that's actually knight clothing. You're fine right now. Colonists left unburied. Don't worry, one of them's coming back, like, momentarily, kid. Momentarily. Okay, so, plan the second, part C, is we're going to let the guys just kind of chill out for the night, and then tomorrow, we resurrect Chibi. Because I have a Resurrector Mech Serum that I have been waiting, remind me, Chibi, 3.3 game years for. 3.3 game years for this thing. Holy McMoly, as the kids say. Wow, that's a lot of time. I like how my name is pink on Dave's view. It's not, actually. I see you as gray, Tim. Am I supposed to see you as pink? It was like M's blue and Porsche's green. Everyone else is gray, pretty much. It might be on your screen, but I don't see that on my screen. Okay, so after the Chibi incident, my next priority is going to get more reliable quantities of steel. Because if we're going to prep for Odyssey, I'll betcha to build a spaceship, I'm going to need steel like you read about. Is Chibi still 13? Chibi has not aged, Buzzkill. Chibi has not aged. 13-year-old. 13-year-old one-legged drug addict. Actually, technically she's 12. I'm sorry. I thought you were 13 this entire time. I've been calling you 13 this entire time. You're not even a teenager. I have a tween drug-addicted one-legged girl in my freezer. On the stream, it's pink. Oh, up there. Okay. Sorry, I've got 3 different places I'm watching you guys. Yes, up there you are. Yep. Oh, and look at that. Mark's red. Bright red. Spike Little Girl is sort of a orangey red. Okay, in that playback. I've got 3 different playbacks going on. I can be forgiven for not seeing that one. Polly, sorry about the prisoner thing. It's just that you can't be trusted by yourself. And if somebody wanted to get in there, who is on... Now that everyone's not dying of malaria, who's on number 1 wardening? Villa. Okay, good choice. Yeah, Villa loves talking to people, and she's very, very good at it. It seems like everyone's up for the day. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Because that means... Oh, Chibi. Chibi, this has been a long time coming. There's your mom, by the way. That's Lon. Yep. So mom, Chibi is going to wake up next to her dead mother. This better work. P.S. P.S. This better work. I've had this kid sitting around. I've had this colonist left unburied. Wait, another permit choice? Oh, neat. I had another one left. Cool. Aerodrone strike. I could get a steel drop. You're just saying you don't have enough steel. It's 250 steel. It's 200. It cost me 4 honor. Cooldown of... No, let's play smart because I'm a genius. Aerodrone strike. Death from above. Okay, death from above. You know what? You are entirely correct, Portia. That is correct. It's been so long in this colony, I forgot my family tree. That's right. Yes, so, what was her name? I don't even remember her name now. She's been dead for so long. She was on Murder Team Alpha. Yeah, that's right. She was on Murder Team Alpha that got murdered. So, yes, you're right. Well, again, Chibi is still waking up to a room of complete strangers. What the heck was her name? Somebody's going to have to remind me her name. Right. Time to get things... I'm actually hesitating now because I'm concerned it's not going to work. So, slam it into pause mode here. Actually, her mother was not kidnapped. Her mother was out and out killed. Zash was kidnapped. Zash might still be alive. I was thinking the other night, it would be a really fun ending to this if, like, the OG colonists came back. If, like, Chibi and Zash, we went and got Zash somewhere, and they just came back and retook over the colony. I am very, very, very concerned that this isn't going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, so Toblerone, use the Resurrector Mech Serum on Okay, it says it can work. Chibi. Okay? I'm going to wait a few seconds so you guys can all just be pinned to the screen. Pinned. Pinned to the screen. 3.3 years we have been waiting for this. 3.3 game years we have been waiting for this. And finally, I got one Resurrector Mech Serum, I got a dead 12-year-old one-legged drug addict, and I'm going to put 2 and 2 together and make a living 12-year-old one-legged drug addict. But then I'm going to immediately give her a leg. She's going to be very excited. Okay, go. Go. I have waited so long for this. So long. Please work. Please work. Please. Oh my god, she's back. Okay, first off, rescue Chibi. Get her out of the freezer. She's been in there for a while. Okay, haul the kid down to the hospital. None of this is familiar to her. I hope she's not even conscious, because she's going to be like, who are these people? Who are these? I don't know any of these people. Where is my mother? What do you mean she's dead? What is this about Murder Team Alpha? Also, I want to eat a human and do some drugs. Okay, slam it into pause mode. Chibi. So, couple of things. First, welcome back. Secondly, everyone is a stranger. So, what is your health right now? Ah, you did grow back your leg. I'm going to take that right off again, kid. And you're still stoned on smoke leaf. The drugs were still in her system. She was frozen so quickly that the drugs are still in her system from 3.3 years ago. Okay? This kid loves the drugs. Holy moly. This kid just loves the narcotics. Chibi, again, welcome back. You can't see me pointing at you on the screen here, but again, welcome back. Everybody is dead that you knew. Everyone you loved is dead or kidnapped. Dee Dee is still here, so you're going to love that. We did have a monkey, but then we didn't. We've got goats and ducks now. Also, I noticed you grew back your leg. Here's the thing. I have had a bionic leg for probably 3 years, right after you died. It was a very long time ago. Right after you died. And I've been saving this for you. There are other colonists who needed legs, and they have been bypassed in favor of a dead 12-year-old one-legged girl in my freezer. Drug addict. And the drugs are still in your system. So, here's what we're going to do, kid. I'm not wasting that. In fact, while I'm in the neighborhood, is there anything else that I might want to pop on you? I've got a stone skin gland. And there's my leg over there. We'll probably just go ahead and start with the leg, and then we'll kind of adjust from there. So let's go ahead and give you a leg. Your right leg can now be bionic. And what are we going to do? We're going to drop a safety save because, why? We don't lose colonists to dice rolls. Okay? And who's good at murder? You're pretty good at doctorizing. So, Chibi, I know you grew your leg back. And you probably can't hear me, you're unconscious. I know you grew your leg back, and you're like, yay, I've got my 12-year-old leg back. And then a blind lady named Murder is going to come in and chop your leg off and replace... she's blind. She can't see. She can't see anything. But she's going to perform an incredibly delicate, high-tech operation on you. She's blind. And you might get a tentacle out of it. I'm not even sure. She's giving them away like candy here. So, again, Chibi, this is a bit of a blow for you. This is an unusual way to, I guess, restart your life. In that I'm going to chop your leg off that you so adamantly regrew upon resurrection. But that's what we're going to do, kid. Murder, could you pop in? And I know you've never met Chibi except in the freezer, but if you could pop in and just sort of rip Chibi's brand new leg off, and then put a different leg on, a bionic leg that's way better. By the way, Chibi, it's way better than your 12-year-old leg, and it'll grow with you. You'll grow into it. It's like when your grandmother buys you a big shirt, and she says you'll grow into it. I'm like, Grandma, this is like a quadruple X, and I am 12 years old. This is a tent. If I grow into this, I'm going to be morbidly obese. So good luck with that murder. Good luck with the murder. Again, she's blind, Chibi, and she's actively taking your leg off right now. You probably can't hear me. You're probably unconscious. Good news, kid. When you get up, there is tons of human meat and so many drugs. So many. Like I know you're still high from 3.3 years ago, so you probably don't need it like right now, but there's so many narcotics, and we have butchered so many people, kid. Like, there's so much human meat in here. All these red things are all for you. How are we doing on the trap corridor scenario? I really need people to be chopping trees down. Like, super quick in a hurry would be ideal. Like, wicked quick in a hurry. I'm kind of keeping half an eye on Chibi. Baby 1, going to church, getting a little religion. Good deal. You're reading Dead's Desolation in church. Good. Good. So now I just need 2 more Resurrector mech serums. We can get Marcus, who is simply a torso. I know he says missing 7.6 body parts. It's his head. And then Lon. Lon, you're a lower priority. I'm not going to lie about that, kid. I'm not going to lie. Because you were a good colonist, you had a lot of good skills, but you're not Chibi and you're not a vampire. So you see how you kind of fall down the priority ladder there. You know, you're just not wicked hyper. Guys, could we maybe put all the eggs together in one spot? Because, like, each egg is taking up a tile here. Could we maybe... Wishak, just hold the phone there, Wishak. Could we maybe stack all of these? You never do hauling. Of course you don't. Wilbur's going to get a bite to eat, and I'll probably let Wilbur do that. How's the, blind lady? How's the operation going down here? Yeah, you having a good time? Yeah, she's 12. Yep, 3.3 years. 3.3 years. Yep. She has no knowledge of any of the people in this colony right now. This is all a complete mystery world to her. And her mom's dead. Probably, like, don't tell her that immediately. We'll kind of ease her into that, because she'll be wicked psyched with the bionic leg and the drugs. And she'll be like, oh my god, I'm so high, and I have a bionic leg, and I'm eating a human. And then we'll kind of ease in. We're going to ease into the whole, hey, mom's dead. She was killed on murder. Nope, murder. No. No, we don't lose colonists to dice rolls. We also, by the way, don't lose bionic arms, or legs rather, to dice rolls. Why don't you give that another shot, kid? Okay, why don't you try again on that? All right, we do not lose colonists to dice rolls, and we do not lose really valuable bionic legs to dice rolls. That's exactly why we drop a safety save. Okay, try it again. It's because you're blind, isn't it? Because you literally can't see. She's probably chopping her arm off or something. The kid's going to lose a head. Maybe I should put the stone skin gland in while I'm here. No, let's not overcommit. Okay, let's just get Chibi back up and running before we commit to anything in terms of putting even more bion. Dee Dee's coming in. Dee Dee's just swinging by. Dee Dee's the only member of this colony that Chibi knows. That's it. The only member of the colony the kid knows is the lizard who ate somebody's head last time. All right. What is... I'm keeping half an eye on that, but that's a very slow operation. Because she's blind, honestly. Because she's blind. So... we need warm clothes. Do we really? It's the middle of summer. It's the middle of summer. I don't know that we need warm clothes. You know what we could do is get some more smoke leaf going on. You know what I really need? Another Agra hand. How many mechs do I have these days? I can get one more. Yep. And by the way, you can auto repair. I don't have the steel to do it, but I could actually. I might. We found some more steel from somewhere. How's the okay? Chibi. The leg's on, and murder went up in doctorizing level, which is very good. So let's see what we got here. Yep, 1 bionic leg for the kid. 1 bionic leg. You're woozy. Yeah, you're gonna be woozy when you figure out what's going on around here. Trust me, kid. All right. I'm feeling relatively stable, except right up until that happened. Right up until that happened. Really? Really? Okay. Well, good news. we've got not only an aerodrome strike, but also a trooper squad that we could call. Okay, that can sit there for a sec. Les, welcome, welcome. I am not discriminating at all. I allowed a blind doctor to chop a 12-year-old's leg off that she very vigilantly regrew. She grew her own leg back upon resurrection, and I immediately put her in the hospital to take it off. That bionic leg has been sitting there for a long time, and I'm darned if that kid isn't going to have it. All right, that kid is having a bionic leg. So we've got a psychic ship. That's going to make everyone wicked sad. And we've got mechs, obviously. I don't know if these are the only mechs or if there might be more when we try to kind of pop the ship open there. We'll see. But I've got... And boy, those permits could not have come at a better time. I've got a trooper squad I can call in and an aerodrome squad, or strike rather, death from above. And learning our lesson from Murder Team Alpha, we're going to use those permits, as indeed we should have with Murder Team Alpha. That way Zash would still be here, and Chibi's mom would still be alive. Wicked sorry about that, kid. So sorry about that. So you can go with, like... Well, obviously you can go right up here. You're not, like, in charge of anything anymore, kid, which is sad. What were you... What were/are you good at? Yeah, you were building skills. You're actually pretty good at shooting. You're a night owl. Do I have to put you back on that schedule? No, you're still on your original schedule. This is what I've said all along. Chibi never left the colony. She was always a colonist. It's just for part of that time she was dead. But that means nothing in RimWorld. As we see... Oh, Chibi's throwing up. That's unfortunate. Gemily, welcome, welcome. Gemily? Chibi's back. That's right. I said I was not going to quit this run until Chibi was back, and now Chibi is back. That doesn't mean I'm going to quit this run. Quite the contrary. I'd like to fold this into Odyssey when it comes out. What? Polly's got into a sadistic rage? Yeah, I did kind of imprison you. It was... Polly, I know this... I know right now this doesn't mean anything to you, but I literally did that for your own good. I actually did that so we could give you medicine so you didn't die of malaria. But I'm the bad guy, all of a sudden. I'm the bad guy, Polly. Okay? You are alive because of me and Geniusosity. Hashtag Geniusosity. You are alive because of me and my genius and Geniusosity. Hashtag Geniusosity. But no, no, no. We're going to go start punching people. Wushak, you love beating people up. Could you just, like, kind of put her down? She doesn't require tending. You're right, she doesn't. She requires beating. She requires being punched, is what she requires. Yevon, why are you still all banged up? Oh, I mean, the flesh tentacle is a thing. I get that. But why... What else is going on with you? Your flesh tentacle is actually 6% better than your regular arm, for obvious reasons. Baby one, do you want to go in and punch this kid? No. Alright. Instead of freeing Polly. Yeah, well, because it's easy to convert them when they're a prisoner. It's wicked easy. Polly needs to understand that we eat people around here. Because right now, Polly's wicked sad about the eating people thing. Polly's super sad about eating people. And what I would like is to make Polly happy. But I'm the bad guy for that. I'm the bad guy. You guys are all in chat going, Dave, you're so evil. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I am. I commit war crimes in this game. But I am actually trying to make Polly happy. I put her in prison. Yes, I did that. But I put her in prison so I could, A, what? Save her life. Okay, save her life. And then B, once I saved her life, again, save her life. Once I saved her life, now make her happy. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy here. I'm the bad guy. And technically her leg was eaten by a bear. She was killed by a bear. And then the bear ate her leg, which she grew back, and then I chopped it off and put on a bionic leg. It's been a long chain of events for Chibi's leg. Chibi's leg has had quite the adventure around here. So, Polly... You know, Polly, I might sacrifice you. Are you You're actually good at shooting. I need people who are good at shooting. I need Wooshak, can you please, like... I want to do this without killing her. So, Wooshak, could you drop your gun? Okay, drop your gun. Okay, and then go over here. And we're just going to try... Oh, Yevon's going to take a few blows. Yeah, okay, so Yevon got up on the wrong side of the poly bed. Why don't... I know you don't... I don't want you to tend. I just want you to hit her in the face. Okay? Just hit her in the face. Get the face. Just hit her. Hit her. Okay, you know what? Leave it to them. Fine. You know what? They seem to have this under control. Wooshak, go grab your gun and just go back to cooking humans. Yeah, they seem to have this under control. There's 3 people in there. I don't need all 3 of them. I'm just saying, I do not need all 3 of them. Okay? Yeah, see, she's calmed down now. The other 2 haven't. The other 2 are like, oh, dude, you got us out of bed to punch us. We are putting you down. Wooshak, go take to bed. Yeah, go capture Polly again. Okay. I'm not chaotic evil, Alicia. I'm chaotic neutral. The difference. Less evil. No, I'm chaotic neutral. I'm basically an okay guy, and I don't really care what you do with your life. Hence the neutrality. But sometimes I just do crazy things. But it all seems to kind of work out. It's not chaotic good. It's not sort of, you know, I'm ultimately working for a better goal. It's more like I don't really care about, like, anything you do. Whatever you do is fine. That's neutrality to me. Whatever you do is fine. Okay? But just sometimes I do wacky things, like play RimWorld for, like, 89 days. That could happen. Guys, do we need to get in and, like, tend to people? Is somebody going to die soon? No, you still got a flesh tentacle. Oh, your toe's been destroyed. That's fine. We'll cope with that. You're going to be dead in 23 hours. Somebody will get over there. I got an actual day to deal with you. How did Polly fare? Oh, Polly got her butt kicked. Your leg's gone. Bad news for you. I've already kind of allocated the leg that we had. Hang on, other things are happening. What exactly is a scourge cluster, and why am I afraid of it? Oh, fun. A mech cluster. Yeah. And this is from the Lurig people. Uh-huh. So the only thing you want to give me is goodwill. Goodwill. That's nice, because it would actually put you... goodwill right now is minus 92. This is not even going to put me into neutral. That's not even going to put me into neutral. That is an unacceptable reward. If you were saying, I will give you 2 more Resurrector mech serums, I would be all over this like a cheap suit. But this is... all this does is make you slightly less hateful towards me. No, we're not doing that. We're not... I've got mechs to deal with right now. I've got mechs to deal with. I can't take time out of my life for more mechs. That's not realistic. Okay. Let's get a little bit of a snooze on here. Chibi, we're so glad you're back. I can't say that enough times. You're still high. Well, actually, you're not high, but you have a tolerance. We're so glad you're back. I need to refocus the team into mining when we get the cluster sorted out. So, like, talk to me about mining. Chibi, you can actually get on that. It's a skill of 2, but you can do it. In fact, why don't you focus on that? Baby one can't do it yet, and Wilbur absolutely can, although terrible at it. If you've got nothing else going on in your life, kid, do that. I don't have, like, a good miner. Just someone who just punches a mountain down and calls it a day. Dave playing D&D would be cool. Tim, I'm glad you asked that. You didn't actually ask it. It was a statement, not a question. It was clearly a statement. You put a period at the end of that, not a question mark. I am of enough years that my first exposure to D&D was the Red Box Basic Edition. Yeah, the Red Box, Tim. The Red Box Basic. And then immediately going into the Blue Box Expert. Okay? That's how long I have had exposure to D&D. Wait, Chibi's an adult? Oh, 13 is an adult. Okay, that's fine. So we got her out of the freezer just in time for her to turn 13. So, Beggar's Request Aid, what is your problem? What do you want? 40 herbal medicine. Do I have 40 herbal medicine? Oh, I have 124. Yeah, you're good, kid. So long as you're not near the mechs, that's fine. Yeah, you're on the other side of the map. You'll probably die when you go back by the mechs. So, sure, who's up? Wilbur, what are you doing? You're having a snack. Could somebody just, like, go deal with this? Go give 40 herbal medicine to that cat. Buzzkill remembers the red box. Red box basic. So, Chibi, all grown up, and by grown up we mean 13. 3 skills. You didn't want to give me mining in there? I was totally looking for a miner. Not miner like 13 years old. Miner like carves mountains down. Okay, I got some things here. I got some things to do here. Crafting is never going to go out of style. That's a good one. Social would actually be pretty good. We don't really have a lot of social people except for Villa. Animals, no. I can live without that. I mean, the ducks will kind of take care of themselves. Intellectual, artistic, medical, because you're never going to not need doctors. Maybe artistic. Maybe Chibi's an artsy sort. Oh, your grandfather knew him. That is good, Portia. That's... there's a Games Workshop like right around the street from my friend's house, and we used to spend like all our time there. Red Box Basic. And then you immediately moved on to Blue Box Expert, because Basic was just like to level 3, and who wanted that kind of nonsense? I'm going to say... You let's go artistic. Okay, I've got intellectual people. I've got people who can do that. Obviously, the trait would be cannibal, but we're already cannibals. We're already cannibals. So do I really need that? I would say beautiful or kind, because that'll make people like her. That's okay. That one's the loss factor. Very agreeable. Rarely insults people. Offer kind words. So she would brighten the mood of everyone around her, or she could be beautiful. I don't know if she's going to be beautiful after being in a freezer for 3 years, but that would make people like her a lot. I'm going to have a beautiful 13-year-old bionic leg, drug-addicted cannibal who's into crafting art and being a doctor. This is such an exciting time to be in this stream. This is so... I wish I was you. I wish I was sitting at home watching me do this. I mean, I could just replay it later, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. I do watch some of my own stuff. Not the regular stuff. I don't watch the daily stuff because I just recorded it and edited it. I know what's on it. But I go to some of my more favorite videos and I'll watch that. But I wish I was you. I wish I was sitting at home watching me do this, because this is a very exciting time to be playing RimWorld. Chibi's back, and she's beautiful. Just beautiful. She's a beautiful 13-year-old, drug-addicted, bionic leg cannibal. She's back to being, what's that, kids? A fine young cannibal. A fine young cannibal. Okay. Next on the agenda, again, stability is coming. I noticed Duck's about to freak out. What's your problem today, kid? You want to get high. Okay, go do that. Go do that. Learning deprived. It's because you're high. No artificial enhancement. That one I can fix. That I could do. I could give you that stone skin gland. You don't need it, but you could have it. That could definitely... Well, it'll take off the -3. Should make you a little happier. I'd love to get this colonist left unburied, but I just want to see if I can put together... If I can get one more Resurrector Mech Serum, I'll resurrect Marcus and bury Lon. Because Marcus also had a great, great degree of skill. So I don't need both of them. I'd like to have both of them, but I don't need both of them. You're sick. What are you sick with? Oh, toxic buildup. Yeah, you were probably filling the tank here. I'm not surprised. Yeah, you probably do have toxic buildup. Did we ever give the things to the lady with the thing? Yeah, okay, give 15 more herbal medicine to this lady and tell her to bugger off. She's probably going to go... I bet her crew is going to go right by the mechs. Maybe not. By the way, everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. So can we just, get these people to go away? Where are they? Why are you in my base? I'm trying to get you to leave. There you go. Now leave. Go away. Try not to go by the mechs. Actually, if you do, you're kind of not my problem anymore. We should have a ton of human meat meals. We've still got human meat we haven't even cooked yet. And my God, the shelves are full of it. Absolutely full of human meat. We are making exactly 0 progress on resetting the traps. That is my biggest concern right now, although the trees are getting cut down. So this is happening, and the lifters are moving the logs in. So traps will happen soon. I'd love to do them out of steel, but I just don't have steel right now. And stone blocks is an option. I've accumulated quite a few stone blocks, but boy, those take forever to build when they are built out of stone. Those are some very, very, very slow traps to build. Okay, what's next on my agenda? I did want to put together some kind of recreation room. I know that sounds insane, and it might be. But it would make these people happier if they could have like a nice room and put like the pool table and all that kind of stuff there. You finally watched the great pantry fire of 2021. And I see the pun with holy smokes. I see what you did there, because it was a big fire. Yes, the Great Pantry Fire of 2021. And one more time, thank you to Michelle for actually finding that. I had no idea where it was. I mean, I remember it very clearly. We all do. None of us can forget the Great Pantry Fire of 2021. And I think that's really where Geniusosity started. I think if you're going to look at the history of Geniusosity, hashtag Geniusosity, it started with the Pantry Fire. Because all the viewers, and most of you were there, you guys all looked at that and said, you can't come back from this. You literally have no food. And no capacity to make food or get food. And half of your colony is dead. And the other half are bleeding to death. And you guys looked at that and said, you should probably just start again. How about we re-roll this? Nobody will feel bad. Nobody will hold it against you if you re-roll this. And I said no. And I didn't say it then, because I didn't know. But I should have said, I got this. I'm a genius. Don't worry. Hashtag Geniusosity. Who is starving? Chibi? Oh, dear Lord, no. Villa, are you feeding Chibi? You're tending to Vevin. That's an exciting idea that you've had. However, could anyone who is anybody do anything at all? Could you please, feed Chibi? There's some good cannibal food in there. Chibi, I'm so sorry. I just assumed somebody was taking care of your needs. And they're clearly not. I took care of your needs. I gave you a bionic leg. I know you had a fresh human leg that you had regrown, but I'm also giving you a bionic one. All right, so Murder's going to feed Chibi, and that's probably a cannibal meal right there. So, Chibi, how are you feeling? Okay, the low psychic drone is -12. We got to get that out of here. It's females, so it's not everybody, but almost all of my colony is female. That's the bit of the problem. I think Wushak is still the only male member of this colony. I mean, apart from Baby One, but Baby One... No, sorry, you're female. Duck is male. I knew one of the kids was male. So, yeah, Duck is only 9 and therefore not able to contribute any genetic material to the team. Understandably so. Understandably so. So, Chibi, let's go back to how Chibi's feeling about being Chibi. So, you're near the psychic emanator, so that's making you a little bit happy. Dining room, hospital, good. Happy youngsters. You've got a bionic leg. You've got an uncovered groin chest. Did we not clothe you? Oh, you're going to need new clothes, because you're technically an adult now, aren't you? Right, well, when you get up, you can get yourself dressed. Are you on... Yeah, you're on no raggedy stuff. That's fine. That's a perfectly good thing to be on. So it's really... You want to get high, and you want to get rid of the psychic drone. The left unburied thing... Kid, we suffered through that with you. You're going to have to suffer through it with the vampire and Lon, even though you don't know who either of those people are. Neural supercharge, I could begin to work on. That is a concept. So next priorities. Again, much of this now is weirdly kind of in preparation for Odyssey. I want to get this colony to a point where it can just roll into Odyssey with no problems. Right now, I've got nothing but problems, but I fixed most of them today because I'm a genius. Hashtag Geniusosity. So I fixed most of them in that Chibi's back. And I think we'll all agree, if I stopped this run here, everyone would be completely satisfied with that. I said I was bringing the kid back. I brought the kid back. But the next thing I got to deal with is down here. And the fire, sure, fire. I see what you're doing with fire, but mostly this. But we have elements in place to begin to cope with that. Set up some defenses here, and then use Baby One's privileges to call an aerodrone strike, and then a trooper squad right on top of that. What I'd like to do is have the fire go away before we commit to that. If it wanted to rain, that'd be super, super, super cool. Super cool. I'd like the fire to be out before I summon a trooper squad in here, because you know they're going to do something stupid like catch themselves on fire. So between the aerodrone strike and the trooper squad, that will deal with the bulk of my problems, and then we can hopefully pick off the rest. When is Odyssey released? I didn't look at a specific date, but I believe they said about a month mark from a couple of days ago, whenever they announced it. 2-3 days ago, something like that. So about a month. RimWorld is very tight on turnaround with that. So if they're announcing it, it's ready to go. They've got it in a box, basically, ready to go. They don't do this like, hey, next year we're going to do more DLC. No, if they've made the announcement, it is coming out momentarily. I heard, okay, so Alicia said there's no release date. I read somewhere, I don't remember, I read a lot about it. I read about a month, so I heard like middle of summer kind of thing. And again, in every previous DLC, when it's announced, it comes out very, very quickly. We saw that with Anomaly. Like, we were in the middle of a run, and we're like, oh, Anomaly, that'll be fun, and then bam, there was Anomaly. And then I had to, you know, just go into the realms of Geniusosity. We see where that goes. But guys, I think that's an excellent place to call it for today, because I want to think about this. Part of being a genius, and part of Geniusosity, hashtag Geniusosity, is reflecting. So I kind of need to sit on this information. I think I know exactly how this is going to go down, but I want to make sure in my mind that it's all going to work out, because that's what geniuses do. Hashtag Geniusosity. What do you think, a mug or a t-shirt that says hashtag Geniusosity? I'm thinking mug. You might think t-shirt. It could be fun. So guys, we'll pick it up again tomorrow. I don't think you want to miss tomorrow, because Chibi will be up and about, and that's just a very exciting time. So we'll pick it up again tomorrow. Guys, thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this publicly for you. I probably should have been stopped years ago, but hey, here we are. We'll see you tomorrow, and by we, I mean me, and by me, I mean I. Thank you so very much for coming by to do this. I think we've had a really exciting day. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.